Hello, dear students. We have already discussed that the sex determining mechanism in case of humans is XY type. Out of 23 pairs of chromosomes present, 22 pairs are exactly same in both males and females. These are autosomes. A pair of X chromosomes are present in the female, whereas the presence of an X and Y chromosome are determinant of the male characteristic. Let us discuss sex determination in human beings. In case of females or mothers, they carry a pair of X chromosome, while male or father carries one X chromosome and another chromosome is Y. So during spermatogenesis, out of 100% sperms produced, the 50% sperms carry X chromosome, while 50% sperms carry Y chromosome. In case of mother, all the eggs produced carry X chromosomes only. So after mating, if the sperm carrying X chromosome fertilizes the egg with X chromosome, the zygote formed will be of XX type and baby girl will born. In case of Y chromosome, if Y chromosome fertilizes X chromosome from the mother's egg, if the sperm carrying Y chromosome fertilizes the egg with X chromosome, the resultant zygote will carry XY chromosome. So the baby born will be baby boy. It is evident that in each pregnancy there is always 50% probability of either a male or a female child. It is unfortunate that in our society women are blamed for giving birth to female children and have been ostracized and ill-treated because of this false notion. Now let us discuss about mutation. Mutation is a phenomena which results in alteration of DNA sequences and consequently results in changes in the genotype and the phenotype of an organism. In addition to recombination, mutation is another phenomena that leads to variation in DNA. In chapter 6, we will learn in detail about mutation, how it occurs. Now here you have to know that mutation is a phenotypic variation. This phenotypic variation occurs due to change in gene or DNA sequence. It is mutation. The organism that undergoes mutation is called as mutant. The phenomena which results in alteration of DNA sequence and result in change in genotype and phenotype. Various types of mutation are: first is loss or deletion, or gain or insertion or duplication of a segment of DNA. It results in alternation in chromosomes causing abnormalities or aberrations, which is called as chromosomal aberrations. Second type is gene mutations. The mutations take place due to change in a single base pair of DNA. It is called as gene mutation or point mutation. For example, sickle cell anemia. Third type is frame shift mutations. Deletion or insertions of base pairs of DNA is called as frame shift mutations. We will study all these types in detail in chapter number 6. Now let us discuss about genetic disorders. The idea that disorders are inherited has been prevailing in the human society since long. This was based on the heritability of certain characteristic features in families. After the rediscovery of Mendel's work, the practice of analyzing inheritance pattern of traits in human beings began. Since it is evident that control crosses that can be performed in the pea plant or some other organisms are not possible in case of human beings, as it was very simple for Mendel to carry out control crosses in the pea plant, but it's very difficult in case of human beings. So Study of the family history about inheritance of a particular trait provides an alternative. Such an analysis of traits in a several of generations of a family is called as the pedigree analysis. So before knowing about genetic disorders in a particular family, the pedigree analysis is done. Let us see what is meant by the pedigree analysis. It is the study of inheritance of genetic traits in several generations of a family. It is called as pedigree analysis. What is pedigree analysis? It is the study of inheritance of genetic traits in several generations of a family. The pedigree study is a strong tool of human genetics to trace inheritance of specific traits or abnormality or diseases. The pedigree analysis of inheritance of a traits is represented in a family tree. It helps in genetic counseling to avoid the genetic disorders. As you have studied in this chapter, each and every feature in any organism is controlled by one or the other gene located on the DNA present in the chromosome. DNA is the carrier of genetic information. It is hence transmitted from one generation to other without any change or alternation. However, changes or alternation do take place occasionally. Such an alteration or change in the genetic material is referred to as mutation. So, for studying the pedigree or doing pedigree analysis, some symbols are used. These are some of the symbols used in the pedigree analysis. The symbols which are representing male, female, here is sex unspecified. See, this symbol represents the affected individuals. Then this symbol, it represents mating between male and female. Then this symbol, it shows mating between relatives. Then here it shows parents above. See, these two are the parents and these are the children in order of birth left to right. Then here are the parents with the male child affected with disease, because you can see that this sign has been shown by the affected individual. So it shows the male child affected with the disease. Here it shows the identical twins and this sign shows the non-identical twins. Now let us discuss about the genetical disorders. Broadly, genetic disorders may be grouped into two categories. These two categories are Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders. Now let us first discuss about Mendelian disorders. These are mainly determined by alternation or mutation in the single gene. See, Mendelian disorders are mainly determined by alteration or mutation in the single gene. It obeys the principle of Mendelian inheritance or the principles of inheritance during transmission from one generation to other. The Mendelian disorders are traced in family by pedigree analysis. For example, hemophilia, color blindness, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, phenylketonuria, thalassemia, etc. Pedigree analysis helps us to find whether there are dominant or recessive genes responsible for particular disease are present in the family. These traits may be linked to the sex chromosomes. For example, hemophilia. The X-linked recessive traits are transmitted from carrier female to male progeny. The first disease is hemophilia. It is a sex-linked recessive disease which shows transmission from unaffected carrier female to some of the male progeny has been widely studied. In this disease, a single protein that is a part of the cascade of proteins involved in the clotting of blood is affected. In case of hemophilia, a single protein, that is a part of cascade or group of proteins that are involved in the clotting of blood, is affected. This disease is transmitted from unaffected carrier's female to some of the male progeny. The heterozygous female or carrier transmits this disease to sons. The female being hemophilic is rare. Mother should be carrier and father is hemophilic. Now see, in this disease there is problem in the blood clotting. So the defective individual continuously bleed to a simple cut, which is very dangerous. Here you can see XY, it shows the father with hemophilia. This is danger sign which shows father suffering from hemophilia. Now there is mother unaffected by hemophilia. The possible outcomes for each pregnancy are: if baby boy is born, then they will not have hemophilia, but all daughters will be the carriers of the disease hemophilia. Then in next case, here father is unaffected by hemophilia, but there is a mother carrier of hemophilia. So possible outcomes for each pregnancy are: 25% sons will be born without hemophilia, 25% daughters will not be a carrier of hemophilia, 25% sons will be born with hemophilia, and 25% daughters will be carriers of hemophilia disease. Now next case, if there is a father with hemophilia and mother is carrier of hemophilia, then there are chances that 25% sons will be born without hemophilia, 25% daughters will be born with hemophilia, 25% sons will be born with hemophilia, and 25% daughters will be the carrier of hemophilia. In such pair would be very dangerous. If the people know about the inherited diseases, then it will be easier to avoid the diseases in the future generations. Now next disease is sickle cell anemia. This is an autosome linked recessive trait that can be transmitted from parents to the offspring when both the partners are carriers for the gene or heterozygous. This disease is controlled by a single pair of alleles, HBA and HBS. So out of the three possible genotypes, only homozygous individuals for HBS show the deceased phenotype. The defect is due to the substitution of the glamic acid by valine at the 6th position beta globin chain of hemoglobin. Due to substitution of single base at 6th codon of beta globin gene from GAG to GUG. If there is a mutant hemoglobin, then there is polymerization under low oxygen tension causing change in shape of RBC from biconcave to sickle-like structure. So this is sickle cell anemia, which is autosome linked recessive trait. Here you can see the condition in sickle cell anemia. Here father is with trait, mother is normal. So 50% children will have sickle cell anemia, 50% will not. Here father is with sickle cell anemia, mother is normal. So all the children will have sickle cell anemia. SC represents sickle cell. Now father with trait, children with trait. Here all the children will be carrying the traits of sickle cell anemia. Here father is with trait, mother is also with trait. So out of 4, 2 will carry the traits. to the next generation. One will be the patient of sickle cell anemia and one will be normal. Here father with sickle cell anemia, mother with trait. So 50% children will be with trait, 50% will be the patients of sickle cell anemia. If both the parents are suffering from sickle cell anemia, then all the children will also suffer from the disease sickle cell anemia. Next disease is phenylketonuria. This inborn error of metabolism is also inherited as the autosomal recessive trait. The affected individual lacks an enzyme that converts the amino acid phenylalanine into tyrosine. As a result of this, phenylalanine is accumulated and converted into phenylpyruvic acid and other derivatives. The accumulation of this in brain results in mental retardation. These are also excreted through urine because of its poor absorption by kidney. This phenylketonuria is a very dangerous disease. It may affect the brain, resulting in mental retardation. It is also the inborn error of metabolism. Now let us discuss about the, here you can see the people with phenylketonuria have a defective PAH enzyme. So after they are eaten, proteins are broken down into individual amino acids. So one of these amino acids is phenylalanine. Here is PAH enzyme. Normally, the PAH enzyme breaks down the phenylalanine. In case of PKU or phenylketonuria, there are toxic levels of phenylalanine. The people with phenylketonuria have a defective PAH enzyme, so toxic level of phenylalanine build up in their bodies. If it reaches their brain, it results in mental retardation. It also affects the poor absorption of the kidneys. Now let us discuss about the chromosomal disorders. The chromosomal disorders are caused due to absence or excess or abnormal arrangement of one or more chromosomes. The causes are failure of segregation of chromatids. At cell division cycle, there is gain or loss of chromosome. Aneuploidy. For example, Down syndrome, there is extra copy of 21st chromosome. Then trisomy, Turner syndrome, that is loss of an X chromosome in female. Monosomy. The failure of cytokinesis after telophase, it increases in whole set chromosomes, which is called as polyploidy, seen in the plants. Now, what is Down syndrome? The cause of this genetic disorder is the presence of an additional copy of the chromosome number 21, trisomy of 21. See, Down syndrome. It is due to the presence of an additional copy of chromosome number 21, which is also called as the trisomy of 21. This disorder was first described by Langdon Down. That's why it is also known as the Down's syndrome. The affected individual is short-statured with small round head. Here you can see the baby with Down syndrome. The affected baby is short-statured with the small round head, furrowed tongue and partially open mouth. The babies with Down syndrome, they always keep their mouth open partially. Their palm is broad with characteristic palm crease. See, their palm is broad with characteristic palm crease. The physical, psychomotor and mental development is retarded in case of Down syndrome disease. Next is Klinefelter's syndrome. This genetic disorder is also caused due to the presence of an additional copy of X chromosome resulting into karyotype 47. In Klinefelter syndrome, there is additional copy of X chromosome. So the karyotype is 47XXY. Such an individual has overall masculine development. However, the feminine development, that is development of breast, which is called as gynecomastia, is also expressed. Such individuals are sterile. The individuals with Klinefelter syndrome are sterile individuals. Next is Turner syndrome. Such a disorder is caused due to the absence of one of the X chromosomes, that is 45 with X0. Such females are sterile as ovaries are rudimentary. In case of Turner syndrome, only see the disease, it affects only girls. So the females which are suffering from Turner syndrome are sterile. Their ovaries are rudimentary. There is lack of secondary sexual characters. Here you can see the karyotype or the arrangement of genes in Turner syndrome. It is caused by a problem with one of the X chromosomes. See, here you can see the comparison between the Turner syndrome and Klinefelter syndrome. In Turner syndrome, the karyotype is 45X0. Here in Klinefelter syndrome, the karyotype is 47, that is XXY. Additional X chromosome is there. Turner syndrome affects only females. So this was all about the principles of inheritance and variation. In next video, we will meet with chapter number 6, molecular basis of inheritance. Thank you.